Well, hello. My name is Martyn Day, and this is the Ridiculousness.
This is episode
17.
And I've got a friend with me. Oh shit, I didn't go through this before the... What am I going to call you?
Oh, Sophie.
I can call you Sophie?
Of course.
Awesome,
No,
lovely.
I told my friend about your podcast, and he said I should have an alias. And I said, what do you suggest? And he said, Saucepot Sass Pants.
Saucepot Sass Pants.
Yeah.
That would be too hard for me to
I know, right?
say
I
all
can
the
barely
time.
remember it myself.
So, Saucepot Sass Pants. You decided on a theme for this podcast, didn't you?
Oh, yeah, I did. I wanted it to be all about happy things because I listen to your podcast all the time, and I want to hear about happy things on my way to work. Because normally,
But this one you're not going to really listen to. You're on it. Are you going to listen to it?
oh yeah, that's a good point.
I only
Maybe it'll
listen to
cheer other
hers.
people up.
It might do. Yeah, it would cheer other people up. We had that other podcast, the one I did with Tanner, the anger management one. It's actually been very popular. But it's there's depressing stuff in
Yeah,
there.
it upset
didn't make
me.
me feel
The
like
stories
when I
you
was
said.
when I was recording it, it was like, oh god, I'm talking about horrible things. It makes me feel a bit yucky inside. So this one is positive energy. We're gonna chew some bubblegum.
This is
and
true
blow
because
some
I heard
bubbles.
about you and Tanner having terrible times with your customers and being
Yeah.
told they don't know what an espresso is because they're a farmer.
Yeah. Wellington boots and all. Terrible. I should have recognised him in his tweed hat and flat cap.
I don't know, tweed's kind of in these days.
Well, it is popular amongst the Shoreditch crowd.
I know, right?
I don't know. Is that in London?
Sure.
I don't know.
You know about London fashion.
No,
Martyn
all I
looks
know
very
about-
fashionable today. He's in his 90s outfit.
I am. I'm in my old T-shirt that I got in a charity shop.
In the
and-
90s.
Well, no, recently, but it's from the 90s. 'Cause it's got a date on the thing.
Do you still shop in charity shops?
Generally, yeah, I go in them sometimes. I love a bargain. That's one thing that makes me happy. I was thinking about this earlier. Things that make me happy, and I love a bargain.
Oh my gosh, me too.
Something that's cheap.
Yeah.
That I don't really necessarily need or want ever, but it's half price.
Yeah, if you buy an outfit and it's on sale, you like it more because it's on sale.
Yeah. It
It's
was
true.
cheap. It was cheap. It was £80. It's now £60. Imagine that.
What was £80?
I don't know. A dress. Would you? How much is the most you've ever
no,
spent?
don't ask me this because
Okay.
my boyfriend will hear and he'll be like, "You spent how much on a dress?"
Well, you could counter with you spend how much on that electronic equipment?
Oh, yeah,
You spent
that's
how
true.
much on that game? You could counter that all the time.
I think.
How much was the most expensive? How much was the most expensive dress? Go on.
Oh my god.
Can you remember?
I have to tell the truth.
It makes you happy though, right? This dress.
It was £90.
That's not that expensive, really.
It was
In terms
really
of dresses,
dear.
it's not
And I
that
phoned up my mum
expensive.
afterwards. I was like, "Mum, I've spent so much money. I don't like spending money. I find it really difficult
Oh,
to
dear.
do. I feel very nervous about spending
Well,
a lot of money."
because you work so hard to accumulate that. And
My
just
dad's
to,
always like, "Save your money,
be
save
so
your pennies,
frivolous
save
with
your
it.
pennies." I know.
You can't. It's hard. But I saved so much when I was younger. I was a little kid and I saved so much money, and it kind of broke me. And now I can't really save money anymore.
What were you saving for?
A
What do
computer.
kids
My
save for?
parents, right? I wanted to get a Nintendo, right? I just wanted to play some fucking Mario Brothers or get a Sega Mega Drive and play some Sonic or something.
Oh, yeah.
That's all I really wanted to do.
This is back in the 90s, kids.
Just play some fucking video games. That's all I wanted to do. And my parents said, "You can't get one of those. It's be terrible for you. You need to get a proper computer where you can do your homework on it as well." And I said, "Oh, great. Yeah, that's a good idea. How much are they?" And they said, "Well, a good one is about £1,000. £1,000, a lot of fucking money today. That was even more money in the 90s. That's about £1 million now."
At least. At least.
At least. But, right, they made me save money. They said they would pay for half of it, and I would have to raise £500. I was like 10 fucking years old. So, Christmas,
They
right?
didn't do this. I'm sure they didn't.
They did. They made me save £500. Christmas, birthdays, Easter, pocket money, anything. All the money I
At
got.
Easter.
Well,
Did you get? Did
I
they not
did.
give you
Well, no,
chocolate
'cause
eggs?
They would say, "Do you want chocolate eggs for Easter?" And I would say, "No, I want money because
Oh
I'm
my
saving for this
gosh.
computer."
That's
So the money
crazy.
that you would spend on a chocolate egg, that £1 or £5 or whatever, because I
Yeah,
liked
these
the
days.
chocolate eggs with the mugs. I used to like a mug with my chocolate egg because I collect mugs when I was a kid. My favourite one was it was a Cadbury's one, and it was like a lump of chocolate that the shape of the that single lump of chocolate you get in a bar of dairy
yeah.
milk. Yeah. It was
I
that
know that
shape
well.
with a handle on it, so you could drink out of this block of chocolate.
And you've got your own stirring cup now, haven't you?
I do have a self-stirring mug.
It stirs itself. You press a button and it stirs.
Yeah, it doesn't work anymore now.
Oh, how come?
I don't know. I changed the battery and it didn't do anything. So it doesn't work. That's the problem with novelty items, is they're generally crap and they break.
This is the thing, if you
quickly.
spend good money on something, it should last a bit longer.
Yeah.
That's the theory.
Well, that's the theory, but this mug probably didn't cost that much anyway. It's a novelty item, so they just make them cheap and they churn them out cheap. It's a Christmas stocking filler, a novelty item. It's in that, like, Menkind shop, you know what I mean? Those shitty little fucking... They're slightly elevated above pound shops, which I love. I fucking love pound shops.
Oh my gosh, my granny loves pound shops.
I love pound shops.
But sometimes you get things in there that are more expensive than in the actual shop.
Sometimes. I like it when you go in them and you get, like, Pantene shampoo, but it's all got Arabic writing on it. And I like to pretend that it's, like... It says crazy weird things.
This is one of the things that makes me happy. It's going shopping in different countries and finding cool stuff.
Wow.
That isn't cool to anyone else because it's just a product they have.
Yeah. It's
like
not
in
cool to
America,
them.
you can buy
They don't
deodorant
know.
called Teen Spirit.
Well, that's where the song came from, isn't it?
Right.
Yeah. And that's the Americans. It's like, oh yeah, like totally. They're so blasé
That's
about it.
exactly what they say when they look at deodorant.
When I go in there, I would spend a good 20 minutes enthusiastically commenting on how amazing this.
Oh my
perfume
gosh!
is.
The first time I went to a big shop in America, it was called Walmart, and there was no horizon. There's no windows. You have no concept of time.
No.
And me and the girl who I was living with, she was from Japan, and there were just aisles and aisles and aisles of stuff. We'd never seen so much in our lives.
Wow.
Because of the consumerism that's in America, and we had to sit down in the middle of the
supermarket.
washing powder aisle
Why did you have to sit down?
because it was just so overwhelming.
Oh, okay.
For us foreigners.
I thought some like security threat was there or something.
Oh my gosh,
And
no.
Was this before or after 9/11?
Oh, it was before.
Oh, there we go. There was no security threats then in America. They would let you do whatever you want. They didn't care back in those days. Nowadays, you can't fart without them jumping out and going. That's a threat level orange.
Yeah, don't toot on a plane.
Toot on a plane. Toots
Tired
on a
of these
plane.
Toots on a plane.
I think that's the name of this episode. Toots on a plane.
I think that's a really good
pretty
idea.
That's a pretty good fucking name. I've got my pen. Toots on a plane. Because I have to write the name down, because otherwise I forget.
Good grief.
Toots.
Well, another thing that makes me really happy is when you get the giggles when you're not meant to get the giggles.
Oh, God. Oh, yeah.
So what happened to me once was I went to Paris with my mum and her best friend and her best friend's son, who's my best friend. And we all went together. This was back in the 90s. Good times. Another thing that makes me happy, the 90s.
Continue that story.
Okay. So we went into Paris and me and my friend were talking about GCSE French and how, you know, we can't speak French even though he just did his GCSE exam. And he told me about the French GCSE exam he had. You know the one where you're listening and you have to guess what they've just said?
Oh, right, yeah.
There's an easy stage, a medium stage, and then a difficult stage.
Yeah.
We can get like every 10th word. So in the easy stage, he said there was a really funny moment where he was sitting in the exam hall and it went, "What is the man selling? What is the man selling? Le sandwich! Le sandwich fromage!" And he said everybody just started laughing and I said, "Oh my gosh, that's so funny." And I told all my friends when I got back to school and we all laughed. And then it was our time to do that exam. And it was the mock exam and they used the exams from the previous years. And this voice went, What is the man selling? And I went, "Oh God, no, not now." And people were looking at me and I was like, "Oh no." And he went, le sandwich fromage. And everyone laughed.
Oh, wow. Brilliant. That's brilliant.
Have you got any similar stories of when you can't stop giggling? You
Oh
really
my God.
got to stop and it makes it funny and you start feeling
When
sick.
I was at school, and it was always at school because they were the best days of my life, really.
Really?
They were the funniest times. I mean, oh my God, there were so many things. There was this one time at band camp, one time at school, we had this teapot. We found it in the classroom, right? So we kind of idolised this teapot a little bit. We kind of made it our leader, and we kind of tipped some like food stuffs in there, milk and like stuff and yogurt and stuff. And what we were going to do, we were going to put it on top of the cupboard and wrap Chris's coat around it. And then when Chris pulled his coat down, this teapot with all the milk and probably spit and stuff in it would
Why
fall
are
on him.
boys so mean? What did
And
Chris
he'd
do
be
to
covered
you?
in all of this shit.
Was Chris mean?
No, actually, we were just all mates. We were just prank
bit
our
of
mates.
banter.
Just
Bit of
it was just
banter. Bit of banter.
God. But anyway, he came into the classroom and he's like, "Oh, my fucking coat's up there." And he just pulled his coat and it just came down and the teapot stayed up there. Like it was like, "Oh, well, that didn't work." Well, anyway, we're going on half term now. Bye. So we came back like 2 weeks later. The room fucking stank. We're like, "Whoa, what's that smell? Oh, someone doing shit in here. Bloody hell."
Did you
And then
forget
we
about
realised
your
it was
leader,
the
the
fucking
teapot?
teapot. It was the teapot because all that milk and yogurt and stuff that we poured in there had gone off and just solidified. So it was a lollipop stick, and we decided to smear it on the handles of the doors. And then we started making really loud noise, shouting, rioting in the classroom. And the dinner lady came round and she opened the door and we couldn't stop laughing. And she's like, "Why are you laughing? Stop laughing. What's this on the handle? Oh, what is this? Oh, is it glue?" And we could not stop laughing at her. I couldn't stop laughing. Tears running down my face. My insides were cramping. Oh my God.
It hurts when you laugh that much.
Funny. I couldn't stop laughing. That was the funniest time in school, I think, that I've ever had.
That sounds amazing.
It
What
didn't
happened?
even- it
Did you
wasn't
get in
even-
trouble?
No, I don't. She got really red in the face and she stormed off. We weren't very nice in school. I wasn't very nice.
Yeah, this is the thing. Boys are really cruel to each other, but it's
Yeah.
banter.
It was just banter.
This is what they say.
Like there was one kid. Oh man, he was my best friend. I loved him. He was amazing. Such a nice guy. But for some reason, and he didn't at all. But we said he looked a bit like a fish, so we called him a fish. That was his nickname, Fish. And he fucking hated it.
Did he not
He
like the
fucking
band?
hated it. He did not like it.
Do you not like the ice cream?
What?
There's a band called Fish, and there's a
And
Ben
there's
and
that
Jerry's flavour fish food.
PHIS.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fish. Yeah, no, this is the traditional F spelling of fishes. So he wouldn't have related the two. Did that band exist in
Yeah, they played
94?
Woodstock 94.
Oh wow! So they would have been
94.
big. Oh man, we didn't catch on to that one. We wouldn't have fucking.
No,
let
we
go
all
of
listened
that
to the
one.
Prodigy, weren't we? And
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, no, at
Something
that
of a 90s
time.
band.
At that time, 94, I was listening to Nirvana, fucking Nevermind, Green Day, Dookie. That might have been after.
Yeah,
That might
Green
have been
Day was
95.
really good.
Well, that might have been 94. I don't know, somewhere around there. But yeah, that fucking blew
I
me
think
away.
we would have
And
got on then.
Classic rock. I loved classic rock. A bit of Meatloaf, fucking Santana, Lynyrd Skynyrd, fucking Led Zeppelin, Jimi Hendrix, Janis Joplin, fucking classic.
What got you
classic
into that?
rock
Was
and
that your
roll.
parents?
Brothers. My brothers really. My parents were into like 60s stuff, like the Kinks.
Awesome.
Rolling Stones.
I was
stuff like
raised
that.
on the Rolling Stones.
What was it? Fleetwood Mac. Fleetwood Mac were later. They were 70s. But yeah. So they kind of transitioned the 60s and 70s rock, and then my brothers liked the 70s kind of 80s rock, and then I kind of went off on my own, like in like early 80s. I liked pop. We went through this the other day. The first record I ever bought was Paula Abdul, Opposites Attract.
That's like the best song ever. That's such an amazing first song.
And I
Did
bought
you
that
buy
on
it in
record. I
Woolworths?
bought that on record.
On
I
a
bought it
tape?
on record and
on
tape.
vinyl.
Record and tape.
You liked it that much?
I liked it that much. And then I recorded that tape onto like a C60 tape, both sides, so I could listen to it over and over again for an hour without having to keep turning the tape.
I did that with Flute Loop by the Beastie Boys.
What the fuck?
Oh my
why
gosh.
why did we do
Because
that,
we had to rewind. This is
I
what
know,
people
we'd
don't
have to
understand.
rewind. We would have to turn over the tape,
rewind.
press play. We'd have
You
to
don't know
rewind
you're
that song,
born.
press play again. And you know, that sucked. So I didn't do that with just that song. I did that with lots of songs. The BC 52s singing Meet the Flintstones. when they had the film
Yes,
Flintstones, the
I remember that.
B-52s changed their name to the BC-52s, and they recorded the theme tune. And I fucking loved that song. So I recorded it on a tape over and over and over again. And then, on my birthday, we went to go see the film at the cinema, and I made my parents play that tape in the car on the way to the cinema. Because I was mad about Flintstones. I didn't even like the cartoon, but I fucking really wanted to go see the film.
Everyone loves the cartoon.
I like the theme tune, the opening and closing theme tune, obviously, but the show kind of sucked, really, formulaic.
I don't really remember the show. This is the thing, when you remember shows from your childhood, you always remember the theme tune and not the actual show.
Yeah. What was it yesterday? It was the Muller Rice advert.
Yes.
The 90s
and it's all
advert.
in our subconscious.
Yeah, but it
And
was
we
only
didn't
the
even
first
know.
bit. It was only the first bit that we remembered.
This is the captain of your ship.
Colin.
If anyone else remembers this, I'm sorry, we brought that up from your subconscious.
And now you've got to type in Muller advert 90s.
Yeah.
And then you'll get it. On YouTube, you'll get it.
And that's the other thing in the 90s. We also had to rewind cassettes, but we had to watch every single advert.
Yes, darling.
Because nowadays you can fast forward through it if you're
But
watching
if you hadn't
Freeview.
guessed, this is what we suggest. Yeah, yeah. Muller Rice yogurts.
I don't watch adverts anymore.
The only adverts I see are what are on YouTube, or the occasional advert that I get on like 40D or ITV Player. I watch Jeremy Kyle on ITV Player, and they show you adverts on there.
Is that still on?
Celebrity Juice.
Is that still on?
Yeah, it's still on.
Is it the same
Because,
formula?
right, they were
Has it
supposed
changed
to.
in any way?
They were supposed to. No, they updated the set. Everything looks nice and shiny now. That's it. Because it was supposed to be axed. It was supposed to be finished.
That's
But
what I thought.
No, they axed that show and they remade it. It's new and it's shiny.
But it's the exact same
same
formula.
show, yeah.
And also, when
Mad
people
Dog
come
Dion's
on and they're
still on there.
angry with the person who's next to them, do they move the chair away?
Yeah.
They move the chair like a meter
I don't
away.
want to sit next to you. Ugh,
And then
I'm
they
going to sit
fold
over
their
here.
arms.
And then the security guard man has to come out and stand in between them with his arms crossed and security written across his chest, just in case you hadn't noticed.
Imagine if that was your job, to keep warring families apart.
Well, no, that would be
like
fucking brilliant
peacekeepers.
because eventually you'd get your own show like Steve did on Jerry Springer. Do you remember Jerry Springer? You never watched Jerry Springer?
Vaguely.
Well, he had a security guard called Steve. And he would go, Steve, because he'd have to go in there. He's bored, man. He's Steve Wilkos. He's got his own fucking show now, the Steve Wilkos Show. And it is brilliant, right? This is
No
the show,
way.
right? This is the show. The headline is, My Daddy is a Drug Addict, right? Fucking bam, I'm interested, right? There's this girl there. She looks cute, right? She's sad. She goes, my daddy did drugs when I was young. And he goes, oh my God, that's terrible. This is terrible. Get that scumbag out here. You go off backstage, darling. I don't want you to see what I'm going to do. And she goes off, and he comes out, this man, right? And he goes, take a seat. And just before he sits down, he kicks the chair away. No scumbag's going to sit on my stage. And the man's like, oh, okay. I'll stand then, I guess. Did you do drugs? Did you do drugs in front of your daughter? Oh, man. I was in a bad place there, man. I didn't know what I was doing. That is the worst thing that you could do. And he's fucking
That's
right up in their
incredible.
face, spitting in
Wow,
their face.
spitting in their face.
Oh my God, the Steve Wilkos Show is the best fucking thing in the
Why
world.
have I never heard of this before? I love
It's insane.
confrontational television.
It's so good. I will get you some of this.
Yes, please.
Before the day is done.
Oh yes, please, because I've just finished watching Geordie Shore.
Oh, there we go. Geordie Shore. What a
How can I live without
event.
it? I can't believe how good it is.
I can't believe how these people will... Oh my God, they are awful. They are awful people.
This is the thing, though. You watch it and you're like, oh my gosh, they're so shocking. In case you haven't seen it, it's an MTV show, and it follows 6 or 7 people who live in a house in Newcastle.
In Geordie land.
In Geordie land. It's not a myth. It is a place called Newcastle.
Yeah.
And they all have arguments. It's kind of like Big Brother, but they drink a lot and they go
And they
out
fuck
clubbing.
a lot.
They have a lot
Do
of
they
sex.
call it fucking?
They call it banging.
I banged him, and I sucked him off.
Martyn's not talking about what he did last
That's
night.
Holly.
He's quoting Holly.
Holly, who is fit, fun, and double F.
She's got double
She's
Fs.
got double F. She has the most...
She's
She's
beautiful.
got really big knockers. Really big knockers. Her face ain't really
She's stunning. She's
I don't
so
think she's
pretty.
that stunning.
The girls are so glamorous.
think, right?
They put on extra hair, extra eyelashes. One of the girls has like 7 pairs of eyelashes.
Fucking hell. I think, though, that their lifestyle has taken a toll on their physical appearance slightly.
They're beautiful.
And it will only get worse as they go along.
Because it's binge Britain, booze Britain.
But, yeah, and also, right, I don't really like that. When I watch these programs of women spilling out of nightclubs with themselves spilling out of their clothes, the only thing keeping them warm is the chip fat that they're going to be fucking eating. Oh, the computer goes to sleep every now and then.
Wake up,
Mr. Computer. There we go. But it's all right. It's still been recording.
Okay.
Some people get fascinated by the little waveform thing that's created. When I talk, you can see that it's, ooh, there you go. Some people will stare at that for hours and on and then I have to poke them and go, oi, I should ask you a question. Talk. Oi.
Oh, I was distracted
Geordie
by the
Shore.
waves.
Talk about Geordie Shore. Some more. Come on.
I think the girls look glamorous and they look beautiful, and I love that they can walk around in heels and they have extra hair they
So
add
how
on,
about
and
their lifestyle, though, when they fuck all of these
it's
men?
so alien to my lifestyle. It's so alien to my
'Cause
lifestyle. I
this
don't
is
even drink
terrible.
alcohol.
Can you imagine living in that lifestyle, just being so free and easy? Like, oh, I fancy a fuck. There's a man over there. We're gonna fuck.
Do you know what I
Sorry,
think?
we're gonna bang.
Bang. They always say bang.
Oh, he's bang
I think
fit.
the
I'm gonna
boys are a
bang
lot
him.
more promiscuous than the girls in that show.
Yeah.
And after a while, when you start watching it, you think, oh my gosh, these people are crazy. They're living such a crazy life. And then after a while, you start to really love them as characters and you like them.
Who was that one? What was her name? Charlotte.
Charlotte.
She was crazy.
She's lovely.
She was crying, and
She
then she was
cries a
happy,
lot.
and then she's mental,
She
and then
says
she's
funny
shouting,
things.
and then she's angry, and then she's sad again, and then she's happy, and then...
That's what you want on television.
Oh.
You don't want someone who's like poker face the whole time.
No, I don't want someone who's poker faced the whole time, but I want somebody who's nice, though. Where's the nice person in the show?
This is why Big Brother
There's
got
no
boring.
nice
'Cause
person in the show.
The fun, crazy people, everyone's like, oh, we
Did you
don't like
watch
them.
the
They're
new Celebrity
two-faced.
Big Brother? No, you don't watch it anymore?
No, did you see it?
No.
I don't
I
even
stopped
know who's
watching
on.
Big Brother about 3-4 years ago.
You're obsessed though, right?
I used to be obsessed with Big Brother. I watched the first one. I only had it on Channel 4, right? So I could only
Yeah.
watch it, like, just everything. But I watched that from the beginning, and I got really into it. These characters were amazing, and it was better. That first series was perfect, really. You couldn't ask for more. They were just boring people going about boring everyday lives, but you had that one guy, the nasty Nick guy, who conspired against everybody else, and it was fucking exciting. When he got caught, and they all sat around the table, and then Craig, the eventual winner, who got he's the handyman now, isn't he? He does all the handyman shows. When he fucking... that was what made him win, because he became a man at that table, and he fucking laid it on the line to Nick, and it was brilliant.
He became
And
a man?
He became a man at that table.
Wow.
And he's from Newcastle as well, so you should love him for that.
I think he's from Liverpool.
It might be. No, he is from Liverpool, you're right. I don't know, all these northerners, they all look alike to me.
Martyn Day.
They do. Anyway, what's next on your list of what makes you happy?
Dancing.
You like dancing?
I love to dance.
What do you dance to?
I dance all the time. Sometimes I'm meant to be going to sleep because it's work the next day, and I put on some music and I just want to dance. There's so much good pop music out at the moment.
Yeah.
MIA is amazing. Nicola Roberts is
I don't know
amazing.
who MIA is. I don't know. Nicola Roberts is that girl from
Girls Aloud.
She's the ugly one, right?
No, she's not the ugly one, Martyn. She's beautiful.
I don't know, actually.
She's
She is
stunning.
the most attractive one now out of all of them. I don't think she was when she first joined. Like, she was really quiet and didn't do anything. She was boring.
I
She sat
think
at the
she
back
was
and went,
teased a lot of the time, and she was very
quite probably,
shy.
because she's got one of those, like, duck-type faces where they're just like, ooh.
I just wish I had hair like hers. Because
Yeah.
she's made, like,
I
I
wish you
think
had
ginger
hair
hair
like hers.
nowadays is really fashionable. Because in the 90s, people who had ginger hair would get teased. And nowadays, you've got Ron Weasley. I know that's not his name in real life.
Ginger hair's pretty big
Ed
now, actually.
Sheeran, Nicola Roberts, and they're all stunning.
Ginger hair's pretty big now. You are still teased, though, for having ginger hair. It is still, like, stigmatism on people.
I think when you're a kid, you get teased for anything that's different about
Yeah.
you, which is really sad.
Yeah. Yeah. That's life, though,
But
isn't
they
it?
made a whole show about
what
that in
happens.
Glee. They've got every single stereotype there.
Oh, shit, yeah. So exciting. We're going to be watching the finale of the Glee Project soon. We
put
had to
it-
take
I
a
put
break.
it.
We were watching the Glee Project, which is a spin-off show from Glee. It's a reality show where they have people kids, essentially, in a house, and they sing and they dance, and week by week they get voted off.
It's
and
really
now
good.
There are 3 people left in the final. There's
in the
final. We had to
finalists.
take a break because some of our friends went on holiday, and we couldn't watch the finale without them. So we're waiting, and they said they were going to watch it last night.
I
so
already
they
got
should
a
be all
text
caught
about
up.
it from one of our friends. He said, "I can't believe somebody got voted off."
Who got what?
Voted off.
Oh,
Sent
okay.
off.
Well, this is because we can
So
talk
they're
about it
watching,
because
they're
it's been
watching.
out. It's been out. So anybody that's listened to this, they probably don't give a fuck anyway. What is it, Lily May?
No, her name's Shanna.
Oh shit! Yeah, no, Crack Baby. Crack Baby got. I couldn't believe that she got voted off either.
She'd never been in the final 3 before.
I know,
But I think they could make a story about her.
Not really. No, not without saying that she was a crack baby, and that's.
Her mother was taking drugs when she
Yeah.
was a baby, I think.
She was really good though. She was the hardest working person on that show. She was the hardest.
My
working
favourite was
person.
Lily May. I thought she was beautiful.
She was mental though.
She was crazy, but I as I said, I love the crazy
It made an
people.
interesting character, but what the fuck are you
Definitely.
going to write for her? She's mental. She's a bully. She's mental.
She owned up to being a bully when she was at school, which
She
I
could
think
do a
was very
bully.
brave.
Yeah. I could believe that as well because she's mental.
She's
break
quite
your
violent
legs.
and aggressive.
Yeah.
But that's what you need in
And she
life.
did a jumping move, and she made her boobies move up and down. But she had a
did,
face
she's so
like she was
beautiful.
chewing a wasp while she was doing it. Now it's not so bad, like shaking your bits about, right? Doing a jiggle, that's pretty good, right? And if you're doing like the Beyonce hand pushes while
Oh
you're
my
doing
gosh,
it,
yeah.
that's pretty good. That would look pretty sexy, but she looked angry, and she went, "Ugh, ugh."
But they have to sing, they have to dance, they have to act.
Yeah, they have to do all 3 core groups.
And then, do you
they
know
were
how
really
they
good.
find out if they've been eliminated or not?
This man, this creepy fucking paedophile looking man comes in, goes, "The list is up. You better go have a look."
I'm sorry.
He doesn't even say sorry half the time. So the list is up. Go have a look. And then they go up and one by one they go look at the list and they go, "Oh, I'm in." Yes. And then one person looks down at the floor and there's a little tear escaping. And then they have to sing a song.
They do, and it's
It's the
originally
same
by
song
Avril
every week.
Lavigne.
Every week it's the same song, and it's "Keep Holding On" by Avril
Avril
Lavigne.
Lavigne. It's a really good song.
'Cause you know I'll make it through, make it through. Nothing you can say, nothing you can do. No way when it comes to the truth. Oh, I've been listening to that song a lot recently because they
It's
did
really
it in
good.
Glee.
Avril Lavigne is brilliant.
It's in my Glee playlist.
And
it
she married
comes
the guy
up
from
on my
Sum
song-
41.
on my- Really?
And then they got divorced.
Wow. Oh. Oh, never mind. So she's back on the market then.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. When she came out, she did that song, Complicated, right?
Yeah.
That first song. I had to check that she was of a legal age before I was like, yeah, she's fit.
Were you of a legal age?
Yeah.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah, of course I was. I was in my fucking 20s when that song came out. What the fuck?
Good grief.
That's post-2000, that song. That wasn't in the 90s. That
Oh,
was
you're right. It's
post-2000.
2002.
Yeah. So I was 22 when that song came out, and I wanted to fucking ravage her. She was fit as fuck.
What was it that appealed to you? Was it her skater?
It was the skater
style?
image, that skater punk image that I really fucking... It's really cute, and she looked fucking adorable. Oh, and she pulled those pouty kind of faces sometimes. Innocent, adorable. Oh,
Do you still
man,
like
I
her
wanted
now?
Not so much now.
Who's your favourite pop star?
Shit.
I haven't heard of shit. Tell me more.
My favourite pop star, my favourite pop song out at the moment, and by pop I mean popular, so it's in the charts.
That's what pop means,
It's at
right?
75 in the top 100, and it is Screw the Nether by In the Littlewood.
I've never heard that before.
It is a Minecraft song. He released it, right? It's only available on iTunes and Amazon, right? And it's a parody of Moves Like Jagger, right? It's Moves Like Jagger, but it's just Minecraft. Like, they've taken all the lyrics and changed them to Minecraft. And the animation to it is really quite good. But this guy, Martyn Littlewood, I've talked about him on my thing before. He's the guy who does Minecraft videos, and he's on Twitch TV. And he inspired me to make broadcast live my Mario Kart games. It's him. He's my muse.
Where does he live? Could we go meet him?
Well, now he lives in Bristol. He moved to Bristol. He lived in Nottingham, and now he's moved to Bristol. So he's.
Is he aware that
pretty
you're
fucking
stalking
close.
him?
I don't think he's so aware. I've occasionally tweeted at him, Twitted. I've been a twit at him. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about now. Yeah, I don't think he's even aware I exist, but my God, I think he's brilliant. And, right, he released this song last week, and he got to number 75 in the charts. Now, all right, that's not particularly 75, but it's only available on iTunes and Amazon, so it's not out in the shops. You can't go to HMV and buy it. Fuck, why you go to HMV anyway?
I know,
Stupid,
right?
Twatty shops.
But we used to in the 90s.
Yeah, no.
You had to wait for a single to come out. It was a big deal.
It was a big deal back then. But yeah, so that's my favourite pop song at the moment is Screw the Nether.
Because I was going to ask you, what makes you happy, Martyn? And I know the answer is Minecraft.
Minecraft at the moment. No, because I was thinking about this, right? Computer games make me happy, but they don't, really. They don't. Computer games nowadays are full of stress and tension. And in this game, Minecraft, for instance, the other day I said I opened my front door and there was fucking monsters in my house. That scared the shit out of me.
And if they die, they explode and your house goes on fire.
My house would have just gone, poof, like that. I spent fucking days building that house and just gone in an instant. So, that's not enjoyable. It's not enjoyment. I don't get enjoyment from it anymore. Games aren't enjoyable. I get stressed out. Mario Kart. When you play Mario Kart, are you relaxed?
No, I'm concentrating on my driving.
And when you fail, are you like, oh, I accidentally went off the road. Oh, what a shame. Silly me. Better not make a mistake again. No, fucking hell. Oh, no, now I'm in River Richel. No, don't do that to me.
It's not fair.
Go.
Why me? Why, God,
me?
why?
So, yeah, no, I don't get relaxed by playing video games. I get stressed out and tense. So, no. Computer games don't make me happy anymore.
You should play Animal Crossing. It's really stress-free.
When I own people at video games, yeah, that makes me happy.
But you're
beating
like aggressively happy because you've got that adrenaline rush.
Yeah, but it's quite good that makes me happy because it happens a lot, owning people on Mario Kart.
Does it indeed?
Yeah.
Well, I think you'll find that I've beat you a few times.
No,
maybe once
haven't.
even.
Once, I think. You've beaten me, I think. That was when I had a cold.
The truth hurts.
The other night, Mike beat me.
Mike's really good at all computer games.
Yes, yeah. But generally, though, it is me on top. 9 times out of 10, it's me on top.
That gave me a very bizarre mental image.
Woo!
What else makes you happy, Martyn Day?
Masturbating.
Mm-hmm.
I fucking love masturbating. And it's like that TV show, I Can't Stop Wanking.
Oh, I remember there was a documentary on Channel 5.
I think it was Channel 5.
I just can't stop masturbating.
I downloaded it.
But it was incredibly depressing.
It was incredibly depressing. And it is actually, wanking is a depressing thing. Like, you have wanks quite nice, but then afterwards you're just like, oh, I feel cheap and used and dirty.
Martyn, we've got to find something that genuinely makes you happy the whole time.
Oh, shit, nothing really makes me happy anymore.
That's not true.
See, I used to say smoking. Smoking made me happy. When I was younger, I actually physically got off on smoking.
You physically
got
You're
off on
like,
smoking.
oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I would go out walking the dog, right? I'd go to the woods, and I'd have a fag, and, like, I would get hard. It was weird. I was a weird fucking kid, right? But I would physically get off on smoking.
What dog?
When I was younger, poor dog, I'd let him off. He would go running off, chasing rabbits. He was having the time of his life. So was I.
Are you serious?
But when I was younger, and probably up until I quit smoking, I really loved girls smoking. Like, that was a physical attraction.
Some people do have a fetish for that kind of thing.
There's a big fetish for that. There's a big market in the fetish market. The way I view pornography now has totally changed. When I was younger, it used to be in the woods. You'd go in the woods, and there would be porn in the woods. This was a true thing. There would be a magazine in the woods. Honestly, you would find porn in the woods.
Why would you find it in the woods?
When I would get grown up, I'd buy my own magazines, right? And occasionally, I'd get the videos and whatever. Nowadays, completely different. All you got to do is go on, fucking type into Google, free porn. Boom, there you go. There's a porn site that's like YouTube. You click on a video and it just plays the video.
No, but it'll give you a virus. It'll give your computer a virus. That's what pornography does to your computer.
Fucking fine. It's fine. I'm pretty well protected with condoms and stuff. I wear protection while I'm doing it.
Oh, that's good.
Hand cream and all that stuff.
Oh, my goodness me. So you prepare for it.
Yeah.
I think it's a nice thing to do. It's apparently good for stress relief if you're feeling stressed.
I don't know. See, it doesn't even really... But yeah, so that, I mean, that now, like, when you go to these porn sites, they have categories. You can click on a tab, and it just brings up all these different categories of porn. And it's, like, pages long now. It's crazy. Crazy.
I see, I personally find it all quite depressing.
Yeah, but then, by that rationale, like, the lifestyle that they lead in Geordie Shore, I find that quite depressing. Fucking all these people all the time. And, like, just... That's quite depressing. That's a porn lifestyle, but they're not even really getting... Well, they're getting paid for it on Geordie Shore, but the people who do that, that's their life.
But in Geordie Shore, they're also looking for love, and two of the contestants
they're not really going to find love, are
fallen
they?
in love, and they've
They're
just got engaged.
Fucking... And that's just made for TV, and it's not real. I bet you they will not last. I hate to be all doom and gloom
cynical.
over it, but I bet you they will not
love watching people
last.
falling in love. It's really nice, especially on television.
Yes. Public romances generally don't work.
Do you think they're fake?
I don't believe that all of them are fake.
Because there are loads of relationships on Towie. The Only Way is Essex.
I believe all of those are fake. Really.
Even Arch and Gems.
I believe that they are... I believe that because they've spent a lot of time around each other, that they probably have feelings for each other. But yeah, it's engineered. You guys are together. You guys are together. You're going to have some dramas. You're going to get together. You're going to split up. You're going to get together. You're going to split up. And we're going to pay you a fucking £25,000 per episode.
I don't think they get a lot of money.
They get a lot of
but
money.
They get a lot of money from Heat magazine.
They get more money than what they used to get paid in Tesco's.
Yes, because Arj and Gemma are on the cover of Heat magazine saying they're in love, and nobody thought they'd get together.
Mark Bright's got his own fucking show.
Yeah,
with
Hollywood
Melanie
Nights.
Sykes. He's got his own fucking quiz show coming up. I've seen adverts in the Metro
He
for
was
free
really
tickets
good in Towie. But
I don't even know who he is.
he was in The Only Way is Essex, and he was going out with a girl called Lauren, who is stunning, and she was like...
See, those people,
she had
I don't find them attractive.
problems. She thinks that she's too fat, and she's stunning, and it's really sad.
Yeah.
But
I think they're all
Arj and
sad.
Gemma, right? Arj was like making fun of Gemma. He was like, "Oh, she's fat," behind her back, and then she went up to him wearing.
She's fat behind her back.
No,
Not at the front, just behind her back.
No, he said these things behind her back.
Right, I see.
He was
But
like,
then what did she do?
"She's got a beautiful face, but I wouldn't go out with her because she's too fat."
Oh, that's not a nice thing to
And
say.
so she went up to him wearing a swimsuit, and she went, "Take a look at this," and she smacked her own ass and went, "You're not getting none of this candy."
You ain't getting none of this candies.
It's the best thing I've ever seen in my life.
That was a
And
good
now
thing when
they're in
you showed me
love.
that. Oh, yeah, but it didn't start from a good place, did it? And also, he called her fat.
I think fat isn't really an insult. Fat's just an, describing word.
But when you say, I wouldn't go out with her because
adjective,
she is fat.
sorry. I can't believe I said verb. Adjective.
When you say, though, I'm not going to go out with her because she is fat, that is using it as a derogatory term, though.
I suppose. I think there is a big...
Yeah, to say that somebody is fat, I am describing them. However, it has connotations now.
I know, and this is why...
in public consciousness, it has connotations. If I was to
really
go up to somebody
does.
and I go, you smell... People go, oh, really? I put on deodorant. I don't smell. And I go, well, no, you do. You've got a smell coming off you. I didn't say you smell bad. You just assumed.
Do you go up to people
assume.
and say, "Hey, you smell"?
No, I don't. But people assume that if I say you smell, they put bad on the end of it. But if I go, oh, you smell nice. Oh, thanks. Oh, lovely. But if I go, you smell. Oh, really? Bad? Oh, I had a shower this morning. It is kind of hot today, though. Humid, isn't it? Sticky. I've been sweating. No, fucking, it annoys me. This is
Karl
why I shouldn't
Lagerfeld
really get
said,
stoned.
"Adele is beautiful, but she is fat." And everybody said, "How dare you? How dare you say such a terrible thing? She's stunning. She's an incredible singer." And I was trying to explain, like, fat isn't necessarily an insult.
No.
It's a describing
See,
word.
in that instance, that's not
He
using
had
it as
to
a
make a
derogatory
public
term.
apology.
That's not using it as a derogatory term.
Absolutely not.
So
He's a fashion designer. He looks at women's bodies all the time.
If that sentence has been, I hate Adele because she is fat,
Yeah.
that's using it as a derogatory
Of
term.
course.
That's using it as an insult. Adele's beautiful. She is fat.
She is
fat.
so beautiful.
She is fat.
And the good thing about Adele is that she could
likes cake.
sneak being pregnant for a long time.
That's horrible.
Which
Oh
was
my God.
awesome. And she just suddenly revealed it.
Oh,
but if
God.
Kate Moss eats a sandwich for her lunch, she's in the celebrity gossip magazines. Is this a baby bump? Is it a baby bump? And that's a really good thing
No.
about being chubby.
She's fucking
You've got my secrets.
Rotted away her womb thanks to coke.
Martyn.
I don't like Kate Moss.
I love Kate Moss. She's got such a beautiful,
She's
regal
probably got
face.
AIDS from Pete Doherty.
I don't know, but I love Pete Doherty too.
Oh, God.
He's one of my favourite pop
I bet
stars.
you his cock is like a shriveled up mushroom or something. Oh, God. Dribbling like a baby being sick. Oh, I hate
I've never
Pete
thought
Doherty.
about that before. He's
I
just...
hate Pete Doherty.
He's
and
incredibly clever.
oh,
He's
God.
charming. He's articulate.
But he's a fucking junkie role model.
Sad. It's sad that he takes drugs. And
I don't
hopefully
think-
he'll stop.
I think he should be euthanized.
What does that mean?
Killed.
You think he should be killed?
I think he should be killed, yeah. I think he should be taken out to the field and shot.
Have you ever danced to the Libertines?
No.
This is
I
what
saw them
we
at Reading
need
Festival,
to do.
and I wanted to throw things at them.
Which Reading Festival?
Oh, fuck. I don't know. One of them.
You saw them?
Yeah.
Carl and Pete together?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I'm
And I thought they
so
were
jealous.
shit. I didn't like it.
Were
I
you
didn't
getting
like it. It's
trampled
that
on?
Ding, ding, ding. It's that guitar. And they can't even sing. He can't even sing, for fuck's sake. He can't sing. Carl Barrett's pretty good on the guitar, right? The music itself, it's pretty good. It's like the fucking Smiths, right? Musically, they're pretty good. Morrissey, it's a twat.
He's got a lovely voice though. It's very...
He doesn't have a nice voice.
what's the word?
He doesn't have a nice voice. It's not a singing voice. I don't... It's an unusual voice. I'll give it that.
Unusual.
It's
That's
an
right.
unusual voice. Just not a good singing voice, I don't think. Not like Avril Lavigne.
Avril Lavigne's got a lovely voice.
Yeah. And like, there are plenty of people who have a really good singing voice. That's a beautiful... The way they sung that song was beautiful, but they don't sing, they talk. Fucking Oasis. Blur, they're not singing, they're talking.
I don't think you should talk smack about Blur.
No.
Ali will hear this.
Who cares? I don't care.
She loves
Like,
Damon Albarn.
I love all brand. Keeps me regular.
Did you used to call Mark Lamar Mark Lurpak and Steve Lurpak?
No, I like Mark Lamar. I like him.
I love Mark Lamar.
Yeah.
He loves
And
50s
I like
rockabilly.
Mark Commode. Do you know Mark Commode? They look very similar. He's got a bit of a quiff as well. He likes movies though. He's a movie buff.
Do you like people called Martyn?
I like people called Martyn. On Facebook, I'm friends with about 20 Martyn Days.
Yeah, you are. Like a
'cause I
David
started
Gorman
my own
thing.
I'm Martyn Day fan club.
That is awesome. What are Martyn Days like?
Well, actually, yesterday, one of them had a birthday. And I put on his Facebook page, actually, no, today is Martyn Day's birthday.
Happy birthday,
so
Martyn
I put,
Day.
From one Martyn Day to another. Happy birthday, mate.
So stylish. It's so slick. I love it.
And also now, right, his friends, like when they go to his page, I'm just going to wish Martyn Day a happy birthday. They can be like, Martyn Day wished Martyn Day a happy birthday. What the fuck? Has he made a fake page for himself?
That's
and then they'll click and they're like, oh my god,
cool.
he's got like 20 Martyn Day friends. Because, right, when I made friends with all of these Martyn Days, they also made friends with each other. Isn't that crazy?
You should all meet up.
Well,
have a
I
Martyn
can't be
Day
up.
day.
Yeah, but that would be lovely, but I don't think it
I need
would work.
Dolmio. And have a
When's
Dolmio
your
day.
Dolmio day?
Yeah.
Yeah. Martyn Dolmio day.
Oh, please do it. I think that sounds so
that would be
surreal.
cool, but oh god.
Do they
That
have
would take a
anything
lot
in
of
common
organising.
apart from the name? Obviously, is there
No.
something else that links you all?
No, just the name. Most of us live in Britain, I think, but there's like people, Germany and America and all that shit. So all
How
over the
cool
world.
is that?
Being Martyn Day's a cool thing.
You like your name?
I quite like my name.
It's weird because you don't get the choice.
No.
You just get a name and it's your name, and you. By the time you've got time to form an opinion on what your name should be, the name's stuck.
It's stuck. It's too late to change it, really. You can change it and move, and then go to a new place and be like, my name's Sass... Well, it's Sauce Pot Sass Pants.
That's right.
That's my new name. See, and I'd stumble. I'd go to Yorkshire and I'd go, hi everybody, my name's Sauce Pot... Hang on a minute. I just got to call up my friend. Sophie, what's my name? Sauce Pot Sass Pants. Hi, I'm Sauce Pot Sass Pants. How you doing? You alright?
They'd say that's an unusual
That's Mr.
name.
Sass Pants to you.
That's quite aggressive. People in Yorkshire are very friendly.
No, they're not.
Yeah, of course they are.
They're friendly to locals. They hate Southerners.
No, they don't.
They do.
All of this is a myth.
They hate... People up north, Northerners, hate Southerners.
No, they don't.
They do. When I went up there, they hated me.
Where did
So,
you go?
Nottingham.
Nottingham's not really up north.
Yeah, it is, compared to here.
I guess everywhere's
I
up
suppose it's
north
Midlands,
compared to
really.
here. Apart from Brighton.
suppose it's Midlands.
Brighton's down south. We're
Brighton
northerners to
makes
them.
me happy.
Brighton makes
Being
me
in Brighton's lovely.
so happy. I lived there for a long time and I love it.
How long did you live there?
Nearly 7 years.
Wow, that is a long time.
How long did you live there for?
About a year.
I wonder if we were there at the same time.
I lived there from 99 to 2000.
I was there.
Wow, we were in Brighton at the same time.
Yeah.
There was a skate park.
Oh, in the level.
There's by a park.
The
There was
level.
an actual park,
Yes.
really nice park, and then there was a little skate
The
park.
level.
That's where I spent most of my time. I used to
No
hang out
way.
there because, right, there, like people hang around there, right? So I'd make friends there. Generally, they were younger than me.
Was it mainly boys?
Just mainly boys there, but that's where I would go to score drugs. When I first lived in Brighton, I was in shelters. Night shelters, which was run by church. I've told this before. One floor was heroin addicts, the other floor was alcoholics. So, I can't really. They're not my people. I couldn't hang around with them, but occasionally I did, and that's how I fucking got in that situation with that man sticking his finger in my shoe because I was hanging around with.
You haven't told this story in a podcast before.
I have. I told it in the Andy podcast.
Oh, yeah, you did.
Yeah, I did.
I forgot.
No, I have
I
told
wanted
that
to
story.
hear the story again.
That's one of the, but yeah, so I hung around this skate park and got friendly with those people there. When I tried to get drugs off the heroin addicts, I would give them money to get me some drugs, and then they would spend that on heroin and take it, and then come back and go, "Oh, I got arrested. The police took the money. Sorry, I haven't got it anymore. Oh, I got mugged. I fell over. I lost it. I haven't got anything. Sorry. The man ran out of weed. Sorry, I can't get you anything."
I just saw a documentary with Russell Brand, my good friend Russell Brand.
Your good friend.
And he was talking about in Brighton they've got a rehabilitation centre for drug addicts because they're trying to see it as an emotional problem rather than a criminal problem.
Yeah,
because
which it is.
they're just constantly arrested.
It's a physical
arrested.
and emotional problem. It's not a criminal matter.
That's what he was saying, and he was saying
when
that
you're a heroin dealer or if you're selling drugs, then yeah, I believe you shouldn't do that.
Sure,
really.
of course.
That's nasty. You're hurting people.
Yeah.
When I'm taking drugs, I'm not really hurting people around me. I'm just hurting myself physically. So, yeah, there's no crime.
But I
in
think
that.
when people get an addiction, they do have to turn to crime because they have to get money.
Yeah, and then they start hurting other people, and that's bad. But if there was some way where it was legislated and they could go through these programs where, then they wouldn't have to rob people to get the drugs.
This is exactly what Russell Brand was saying in his documentary. I definitely advise watching it. It's on the iPlayer at the moment.
How do you know Russell Brand?
Oh, I know him so well.
He's your best friend, your best buds, right?
I would say so,
You had
yes.
an encounter
No,
with
I
Russell
did
Brand.
meet him one time. One time in 2006.
One time.
One time. Another 90s reference. The
Come on, anyway,
Fugees.
tell the
What happened to
Russell
the
Brand story.
Fugees?
They broke up because they hated each other.
I worked in a well-known coffee shop, and I was on the morning shift, so I was bleary-eyed, and I'm not very good in the mornings. And this man came in wearing sunglasses, and he was arm in arm with a beautiful girl who was also wearing sunglasses. And they ordered venti soya chai tea lattes. And I
Probably the
thought,
most
that guy
ridiculous
looks like
drink to
Russell
order in
Brand.
a coffee shop.
Why?
Fucking soya milk. Nah, what's the point? And it's a chai tea latte. You've gone into a coffee shop.
Yeah, where they sell
Coffee.
tea and coffee.
Yeah, but
And
you
other
don't get a
beverages.
fucking chai tea latte. Go to a chai tea latte shop.
There aren't any. It's
well,
so
maybe
sad.
you should start one. But
In
anyway,
India,
sorry,
everyone
I've
drinks
interrupted your story.
chai.
Go.
Oh, it's so good.
Anyway, he ordered.
He ordered soya chai tea lattes, and I couldn't find the soya milk. I was so tired. I was like, "Oh, where's the soya?" And I said, I can't make this. I can't find the soya." And he said, "Oh, it's just there." And he pointed out to where it was. He's a very tall man. And when I made the drinks, I handed them to him, and I said, "Thank you for helping me find the soya milk. That could have been a disaster." And he said, "Hey, you and me, we play for the same team." And I went, yeah, we do. And now, all these years later, I'm thinking, what did Russell Brand mean?
Did he just call you a lesbian?
Does he think I'm gay? Was it a working class camaraderie kind of? We're all in this together, comrade
Yeah,
kind
no,
of thing.
that's essentially what you mean. And also, because he was with this girl, he was just like, this girl's flirting with me. I'm going to flirt back with
I
her.
wasn't flirting with him.
That's what he thought, though. That's the way he perceived it.
Do you
I bet you, he thought, this girl's flirting with me. Yep, I bet you he did.
Maybe.
And he was like,
I
hey,
think he's a great
I'm going to
celebrity.
be super cute and adorable, and this girl's going to be like, my boyfriend, he's everybody wants him.
I just think he's really charming to everyone he
He is
meets.
charming. He's a nice bloke. I think he's a nice guy. His earlier stuff is blissfully funny. I think he's such a funny
when
man.
he was running
on
around
MTV,
naked and yeah,
running around naked, pissing himself.
he pissed himself.
Well, yeah, no, he would go into like a laundrette and he'd go, "Can you get piss out of these trousers?" And they go, "Yeah." And then he'd go, "Okay." And then he'd piss himself and take them off and go, "There we go."
No way. See, they pissed themselves on Geordie Shore.
Yeah, but that's because they're drunk, illiterate fucks who don't know any better than just
Russell
to
Brand's
go out.
really clever, hey?
Russell Brand is quite clever, yes. I believe he's clever in the same way that I am, where he knows all of these big words and he knows when to use them, but you actually ask him anything that happened and he's like, "Oh, yeah, I don't really know."
He does.
I don't think so. I remember when he got naked and got arrested.
It's crazy that people can
yeah.
get arrested for what's
Public
natural.
indecency, though. It's indecent. It's indecent to get your willy out in public unless it's mine. I'm the only person who's allowed to get their willy out in public.
I knew we'd talk about your willy again.
Sorry, I had to slip it in there. Oh, there we go.
Wordplay. Have you met any famous celebrities? And they have to be
met
famous.
Famous celebrities. I met Fatboy Slim
No way.
in Brighton.
Wow.
I saw this flyer. It was all over Brighton. It was Fatboy Slim's birthday.
It was Skint
And
Records, wasn't it?
He was with Skint Records, yeah, and it was in a nightclub that I was pretty sure was called The Beach.
The Beach.
And it was on The Beach.
Gosh, I'm sure I went to this night.
Right, and like it was, it said like Fatboy Slim's birthday bash. Come along, brilliant. It's like £15 a ticket or something, which is really fucking expensive.
And
I
back
di-
then
I
it was even more.
I didn't have the money, right, so I couldn't afford this. Now, because I was in Brighton, I was homeless, right? I was on the dole, so I didn't really have any money because all the money I'd given to the heroin addicts and they hadn't given me any drugs. So I was walking past the amusement arcades because they've got all these amusement arcades there with the fruit machines.
They do.
And I looked in through the door and I saw this fruit machine and it said, "Add 5p to play." That's what it said on the little readout thing. So I'm like, oh, okay, 5p. Press the button and like, ching, 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 jackpot, bing, 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 and it pumped out like 30 quid at me. In pound coins, of course. Like, holy shit. That's incredible.
That's not true.
So I took it up to the
Seriously?
desk man, you know, the change man, and I'm
The
like, I
desk
just
man,
won
yeah.
I just won this money out of the fridge.
Yeah.
Can you change it up for me into notes,
I
please?
know
And he was
what
like,
you mean.
wow, okay. Did you just come in? Like, I can't change this phone. And I'm like, no, I seriously, I just won this in the machine. It just said add 5p to play, and I put in 5p. And it fucking gave me all of this money. It's insane. So can you change it up for me, please? And then that was it. I had the money. I was going out. So I fucking queued. I sat outside this place and I'm like, right, I'm going to queue here early because I want to get in and like enjoy myself here. So I was sitting there and so there was
it
nobody
on
in
the
the
beach
queue.
or was it near a cinema?
It was on the beach, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, no, it was on the beach.
Maybe
It was
I
on
wasn't
like
there.
the fucking beach and it was on the bits. I can't remember what part of the beach because obviously the beach is a long line. But
Here's it goes all the way to
there was
home.
nobody waiting there, so I was like, right, okay, I'm not going to be the first person in the queue. I don't want to be that person. I don't want to be first. I just want to be about
Why?
10, 20 people back or something, you know what I mean? I don't know.
No.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sit on the beach and I'm going to watch that door. And the moment people start queuing up, I'm going to get up and I'm going to get in that queue. So I'm sitting there, I'm watching this queue, and then
And it's
all of a
uncomfortable
sudden,
on that beach.
all of a sudden, one person starts queuing. The whole of the beach around me stands up and we all get in this queue. And then all of a sudden there's like 200, 300 people in this fucking queue. Boom, instantly. And I got my wish, I'm about 20, 30 people back. So, yeah.
So nobody wanted to be the first person in the queue?
Nobody wanted
What's
to be the
all
first
that
person in
about?
the queue.
Why
Nobody
would you not
wanted
want to
the
be
person
first in
queue.
line?
Fuck knows. But somebody did, and then that triggered everybody getting there. And then, right, I'm in this club. It was expensive to get in, and I'm on my own. I'm not with anybody, but I'm having a good time. I'm dancing. And all of a sudden, I noticed this man next to me. And I'm like, oi, you all right, mate? It's nodding, you know what I mean? He looks a bit familiar. So I'm having a dance. Because it's just him and me. There's nobody else really dancing. And then he looks at me. Are you going to wish me a happy birthday then? I'm like, holy shit. This is Norman Cook. This is not... Oh my god, it is. And then it fucking dawns on me. That's why he looks so familiar. Oh my god, happy birthday. Can I buy you a drink? And he's like, yeah. I'll have a Stella, please. Like, fucking brilliant. Go over to the bar. Can I have a pint of Stella and an orange juice, please? Because I'm not drinking. I didn't drink then. I was on drugs. You don't drink when you're on drugs. Well, I wasn't on drugs at that particular moment in time because I didn't have any. Well, I didn't have any money. But, yeah, I didn't drink at that time. I was just on orange juice. So, yeah, I got him this pint and I gave him this pint and I was dancing with Fatboy Slim and I bought him a drink.
What a cool story.
Yeah, that was probably one of the greatest moments of my life. I loved that. And that club stayed open super fucking late, right? It stayed open really late. And obviously, like, Fatboy Slim played his set and, like, it's finished. We all go out and it's about 2-3 o'clock in the morning, I think. And the beach is just full of people. There's campfires burning, people juggling and all this shit. And I'm like, wow.
I love Brighton.
This is brilliant. I smell some cannabis. I know that smell.
You sniffed it out like a dog.
And I go over to the people and I'm like, oh, dude, has anybody got any for sale? Like, I totally need a hit, man. I don't know why I got American, but I did. And it worked, because they fucking sold me some. I had the rest of the money, because I still had some money left over. Because drinks back in those days was probably about £2 for a pint of Stella in this fucking club.
I don't know how much drinks cost these days.
Oh my God, it's nearly like £5, £4, £5 a drink.
And I don't know how much drugs cost. I've got no idea.
Well, I don't really want to go on the ins and outs of that on a litigiously based podcast. You know, people could hear this and go, oh my God, he gets drugs cheaper than me.
And he loves a bargain.
I love a bargain. Oh my God, my recent bargain at the moment is Nature Valley bars. At the train station, they gave out Nature Valley bars because they were the official cereal bar provider of the Olympics. I didn't know the Olympics needed an official cereal bar provider, but Nature Valley were that person.
That is
right?
awesome.
They also gave out coupons. I've got about 20 of these motherfucking coupons, right? It's 50p, 50p off a box of Nature Valley bars. Nature Valley bars cost about £2, £2.50.
And they last for around 5-6 years?
I think you've got about 5-6 bars in the box, so...
And they last forever, right?
Well, yeah, but not with me around, because I eat them, so...
Do you really like them?
Yeah, I like food. I don't give a fuck. And also, my GF likes them as well. So...
Oh.
So, yeah, but...
Martyn's romantic.
But, right, I've been saving these vouchers, because I don't want to save 50p off £2, £2.50. I'm waiting for them to be on special offer. These motherfuckers are now half price. They're like £1.20 for a box. So I still get my 50p off. So I'm going to be paying 70p a box. And that's what I'm doing today. I'm going to be buying like 20 boxes of Nature Valley cereal bars.
You've got to eat them all.
Eventually, yeah. Me and my GF are going to eat them all.
You always buy nice things for Ali. You buy her flowers all the time.
I don't buy her flowers. Not at all.
I thought you did.
I get her flowers. I don't buy them. They're gone out of date. In the place where I work, once the flowers have gone out of date, they are not allowed to sell them, not even to staff. So they put them next to the baler, and before
What's
they
a
go in
baler?
the crusher.
There's a crusher?
Yeah, we have a crusher for any waste. It compacts it. So obviously we produce a lot of waste in a supermarket, and obviously the compactor makes it smaller. So they put all the flowers and stuff in there. But before it goes in there, I go through all the flowers and I get the nice ones and I bring them home. Because I
What
wanna
if a
give them good
human
home.
fell in the compactor?
He would die.
Really?
Yeah, it's fucking... In fact, that
Could a
kind of
human
happened
fit
in
in?
Superman 3, I think, or 4. Fuck knows, I don't know. I don't want to go into that on a podcast because Superman's shit films now.
I've never seen it.
You've never seen the old... Like,
I've seen a horrible film.
What was
Not
it?
a horrible film. It's called RoboCop.
Oh,
And
that was
there's a
good
horrible
film.
death in the film.
Oh, there's
a
a few
man's
horrible
face falls
deaths.
off.
Oh, he drives into that vat of nuclear toxic waste and he comes out...
It's so horrible. His face is falling off.
Oh my
They
God.
said, Sophie, don't look at this
But
bit. This will
moments
frighten you.
like
And
that,
I looked.
when I was a kid, moments like that were just brilliant. I watched RoboCop when that came out.
My gosh.
Terminator, Total Recall, Predator, any films like that. For some
They
reason,
were called
my
video
parents-
nasties, and
my
they were going to turn
parents-
you into a serial killer,
my parents were
according
just
to the
free and easy,
tabloids.
free and easy with stuff like that. The video man used to come round. We used to have a man that comes round, right, in a car, and he would have a catalogue of these video covers, and he would
awesome.
flick through them and go, I would rent that one, and rent that one, and rent that one. So you would rent these videos.
so
They were all
cool.
knockoffs, of course. But, right, at the back of the book, there'd be the pawns,
Oh my gosh.
right? And this video man would come round, like, all the time. My parents would work, so they would rent me a video to keep me company during the days. So I'd watch these videos instead. I would flick through, right, and I'd see these pawns, and I'd to the man, like, can I get one of these? 12 years old, mind? Not that old. And he'd fucking give me these pawns.
Oh, that's horrible.
He'd give me these pawns. I'd seen
Oh,
pawns
your
before
innocence.
that, though. I'd seen pawns before that. That really did mess me up a little bit inside.
I think it must
Seeing
do.
porn at 10 years old. Not just like,
Martyn,
not
that's
just like
so
page
young.
3. Not a page 3, here's my boobies. Proper willies going in and out of vaginas. People pissing and shitting on each other. Fucking each other with vegetables. I saw a lot when I was
you were
young.
10,
when I was 10 years old.
I've never seen anybody poop on anyone in my life.
Oh my god.
And I'm not 10, like I'm a lot older than 10.
Fecophiliacs. That's what they're called.
What?
Fecophiliacs.
Fecophiliac?
You know what we went on about in Lloyd's podcast? How he was a decrophiliac because he likes
Making
crying.
people cry.
Making people cry. Well, a fecophiliac is a person who likes poop.
No, but does it mean they want to poop on someone or someone wants to poop on them?
It depends. Like other, you know how fetishes work. Some people want poop on them. Some people want to do a poop on other people.
I wonder why you'd want poop on yourself.
That's because, well,
Maybe it's good for your skin, like a mud mask.
I wonder why people want to be tied up and restrained and hit, like the 50 Shades of Grey stuff.
Oh, we're going to talk about 50 Shades of
How
Grey.
that is sexy to me, I have no idea.
Martyn loves talking about 50 Shades
Because
of Grey. He
that's
talks
not
about it
sexy.
all the time.
That's not sexy to me, though.
Of course.
Like that bondage, BDSM, anything like that, I don't understand how that's sexy. Causing pain to somebody isn't sexy to me. I like it romantic. I like kissing. I like hugging. You know what I mean? I like, at the moment, is like the proper like homemade amateur porn where people have just got a video camera and like, this is my girlfriend and we're gonna fuck. And you can tell they love each other and like their lovemaking is beautiful. And I like watching it. And it's like a voyeuristic attitude.
Oh,
there,
it is a bit voyeuristic.
Because I'm watching something that I shouldn't be watching. And that excites me. This is also a case that I have with women's fashion now at the moment. Women's fashion is see-through. Everything is see-through. Their tops are see-through, and I can see their bras. Their trousers are see-through,
right.
and I can see their knickers. That's something that I shouldn't be seeing, but I can, and it excites me.
There's a new fashion at the moment that my brother can't understand. He says, why do these girls wear these short shorts and you can see their bum?
You can see a bit of bum poking out the bottom. I fucking love that.
It's
if
really
you can
good
see a bit
fashion.
of G-string or a thong, oh my god. Like,
You can't see a thong. A thong is somewhere else.
like fucking, well, you can see the top of it coming out at the
Oh,
top.
yeah, of course.
Yeah, and I'm like, that's all I can think about is like, I'm looking at that. Oh no. Hey, mate, look. She's bending over.
This is why the 60s was such a revolution, because girls could wear miniskirts and show off their legs.
I love miniskirts. I like girls, really. I appreciate the female form, shall we say.
Yes, because people say to me, how can you be feminist and love Vogue as much as you do? Because it's
God,
objectifying
how can
women's
you be
bodies.
feminist and love Vogue the way that you do?
But I love fashion. I love
Does it
looking at
objectify
fashion.
women's bodies, really?
People say that it does because models are very, very thin and they're often very
Yeah.
young. And
You don't seriously believe, people can't seriously believe that that's real life, though.
I think
people
so.
must, like, certainly
might
these
cause,
days.
people may think it might cause an eating disorder because they go, oh, the model's so beautiful. I want to be beautiful. And then they make themselves to be thin. Oh, we're getting sad again.
If it encourages somebody to get in shape, you know what I mean? I'm gonna go on a diet. I'm gonna eat healthily. I'm gonna take supplements, and I'm gonna exercise. Brilliant. That's good. That's a good thing. But if it's like, oh my god, look at her. She's beautiful. She's a size 8, and I'm a size 12. Look, I'm so fat. No, you're not. You're not fat. you might be a little bit cuddly, maybe. Fucking fat is when you're like 30 fucking stone, you know what I mean? Those, unfortunately, I'm going to say it, those gross kind of people, they kind of look gross, though, right? The big people. People go to me, oh, I'm fat. It's like, fuck off. I see proper fat people at work. You are nothing like them. Do you have to use a mobility scooter to get around because you can't even lift up your fucking toes? No, you don't. So you're not fat. They're fat.
I love hearing about the people you meet at work.
95% of them are brilliant. They're lovely. They're really nice, genuine people. And I have made fantastic friends.
But that's because you're giving them food or you're giving them a coffee. They're
Some
gonna
of
be
them,
happy.
right? They're coming around and they're like, oh, I need to make a cheese board. I've got a party tonight and I don't know what to do.
Oh,
So
that's
I'm like,
cute.
oh, brilliant. these cheese, this cheese, this cheese. Hang on a minute. You haven't got a spare chair at all, have you? Because I'd love to go to this party. I've had 2 people go, actually, we would love to have you at our party.
Oh,
Here is our
Martyn.
address. Please come along. Please do come along.
And did you?
And I did. After work, I called up my girlfriend. I said, I know this is going to sound weird. Please don't get upset. But I've been invited round a customer's house, and I'm going to go round a customer's house. Because I don't want her to think, oh my God, you might be having an affair with a customer or something. I don't want her to think that. I don't want her to be insecure, so I'm telling her where I'm going. And, you know, I did. I went round the house, and I had such a lovely time. They're lovely people. They live in a proper Grade 2 listed building.
Ooh.
And it's beautiful. It's stunningly
You lived
beautiful.
in a Grade 2 listed building once?
Grade 2 listed building, which I talked about, actually, in the last podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Tony the Hobo. Oh my God, that pissed me off when Debbie Thrower called me Tony on fucking South Today. I know, it actually made me hit myself.
Martyn just hit his knee really hard. Don't
Yeah.
hurt yourself, Martyn.
I
It's
didn't
not
hurt
worth
myself.
it.
It's not worth it, though. You're true. How long? Do you know how long we've been going for?
I don't know. I'm guessing around 1 hour, 5 minutes.
How long does it feel, though? It doesn't feel like we've been here that long. We've just been having
I feel
a
like
chat.
I've been here all day.
This has actually probably been the most natural podcast I've had. Because all the
Really?
others, I look over at the clock and I'm like, oh my God, we're only on 20 minutes. Fucking hell, this is... come on, get this moving. Let's get this moving. This has been the most natural podcast I've had.
That's nice. And Natural is a song by Peter Andre.
I like Mysterious Girl by Peter
Everyone
Andre.
loves
I think that
Mysterious
is probably one of the best pop songs in the world.
Ooh.
I think it is one of the best pop songs in the world.
That is quite a claim.
When that hit, that just fucking exploded. It just exploded. And it's such a good song, and the video is really good, and I love the Bubbler Ranks.
Oh my gosh,
I love
yes.
Bubbler Ranks. But on SingStar, I can't speak that. I can't sing that bit.
Martyn just got new songs for SingStar.
I did get some new songs for SingStar.
And I forgot what they
I got 2 new
are.
discs, and
We love singing.
I got Glee Karaoke Revolution on the Wii.
Because it's what Marx was thinking of when he started the revolution. He was thinking of
Yes.
the Glee revolution for
Karaoke
SingStar.
Revolution. That's what he was going for
Mm-hmm.
all the time.
We love singing, and we sing with these very microphones. Isn't
Yeah.
it weird that we're just talking into these and they've been held by so many people?
Yep, so many
We're
people have held
singing
them in
the
the sweaty mitts
songs.
going, oh my God, I feel a bit drunk. Oh, I shouldn't really. I'm standing in the way of control.
That's a difficult one to sing. Beth Ditto has got an incredible voice.
Yeah. The person, oh my God, what was, I can't even remember his fucking Tidge. He was the best person at that song.
He's got such a good voice. We've
Yeah.
got very talented friends.
We do have very talented friends, which unfortunately pisses me the fuck off.
Oh my gosh,
I got
you're
SingStar
so talented.
because I like SingStar and I want to own the video games that I have, and then I invite everybody round to play the video games with me, and now my score's down at the bottom.
It's not a competition. It's just
It is a
having
fucking
fun.
competition. It's got a score table, so it's a competition. When you go bowling, right, you're like, oh, it's just about throwing balls down. No, it's about knocking down more pins than the next person.
Don't talk to me about bowling. It's what happened to me last time I went
What
bowling.
happened to you last time you went bowling?
I went to throw the ball and it went this way.
That doesn't help for the audio listeners.
It went to the left. And it bounced along to the other person's lane. I was so ashamed. I was really embarrassed. I'm terrible at bowling. But it's not a competition.
And
It's just
then-
having fun.
Well, no, because you came around and you were like, oh my God, that was the worst thing in the world. I'm so embarrassed. So what did we do? We put on other bowling
mishaps.
And they were far
Yeah,
worse
if
than
you're ever
yours.
unhappy, you should go into YouTube and type in bowling mishaps and you'll laugh. And also, if you're ever unhappy, if you
God.
look up the word idiot in a thesaurus.
A thesaurus.
Thesaurus.
A thesaurus.
It's really funny.
You're
And
fierce.
also, if you're still feeling unhappy, you should watch America's Next Top Model.
No. Really, if you're feeling unhappy, you should listen to an episode of The Ridiculousness.
Absolutely. I
Yeah.
love
And then-
listening to the
then
ridiculousness.
you should watch an episode of America's Next Top Model.
The ridiculousness is so much fun to listen to when I'm walking to work, when I'm walking around. I feel like I'm not on my own.
I listen to podcasts either when I am at home, me and Ali listen to them together, or, sometimes I listen to them on my own, and when I'm walking to and from work.
It's really lovely.
It is,
It's better
it is.
than music, I think, to listen to.
It's funny, and generally they're funny. Sometimes you'll learn stuff.
Absolutely. And when I don't listen to the ridiculousness, I listen to the History Chicks. And they're 2 women who talk about famous women in history,
You
and
can
they
find
keep
that
it
on
really
iTunes,
fun.
can't you? You could probably, in
That's
fact, if
on
you type in
iTunes.
History Chicks into Google, you'd be able to find their own. Because some
Yes.
people don't like using iTunes. And I can understand why.
I can
Because it's a
understand
fucking
why.
pain in the ass.
It makes me really cross.
It's such a shit fucking program. It's so awkward and clunky, and it makes it so hard to find anything. However, it's pretty easy to find me on iTunes now. If you just go to the store, type in Martyn Day, boom.
Really?
Podcasts, The Ridiculousness.
I already
I'm number
subscribe.
1. And also, I actually looked at it today. I don't know if you can remember, when you look up podcasts, there's a little popularity bar next to it, and it's got bars based on how popular it is. I've actually got popularity bars on there. On iTunes, some of my podcasts are labelled as popular.
Because you want to be the most popular, right?
I don't want to be the most popular, but I want to be popular. I want people to listen to this and go, this was fucking cool, man. This was funny. And also, you switched me on to a new thing that I hadn't even thought about before. There was that thing you talked about, and I started watching that, and I got really into it. But you know what I mean? Something like that.
That's true.
Yeah. I haven't given out the email address for a long time. I wanted an
Do
email,
it.
but it's hard. It's theridiculousness@gmail.com. People have problems spelling that, so I'm going to do that right now.
Why did you decide to call it The Ridiculousness?
I don't know. I was trying to think of a name, and that popped into my head, and it just stuck. I don't want to call it anything else, but it is a hard word to spell. Ridiculousness. The
It's a long word. But it's nice to
I
say.
don't know, is it 12 characters?
I hope my podcast was ridiculous enough for you.
Ridiculousness. 15 characters, which is actually quite a lot.
It is a
15
long
letters.
word.
So yeah, but it's going to be my theme tune. To be totally honest, I think you and me are just going to record our own theme tune. To be totally honest,
Okay.
I think that might be easier,
Sure.
really, because like the way that the last one was delivered to me with that video, you can't really pick out the guitar. All I can really hear is you singing and...
I know somebody who's got the day off and has got a guitar who could come round to your house today.
But then, well, I can't do it today. I've got to go off to work, unfortunately.
Man.
But then how do I plug that into my computer? How do I plug a guitar
Martyn,
into my
you're
computer?
asking me stuff I don't understand computers
I don't understand
at all.
either. So, like, this
I
is...
don't know.
Exactly, I don't know either.
I just press a button and things go on, and then when it doesn't work, I ask my boyfriend for help. It's terrible, isn't it?
It is, because you should try at least a little bit to try and do it yourself. Because generally it's only a couple of clicks away, isn't it?
Well, you should follow that advice, Martyn.
Well, yeah, but I haven't... You know that plug plug that you plug into a guitar and it makes that noise? When you put it in.
What
that
noise?
And then it makes that hum. Yeah, that only me and dogs can hear, I think.
Dog.
Dog. We're going to have to start wrapping this one up. It's getting too long. And you said only the best podcasts are an hour long.
It's true.
This one's gone over that, so we're
Oops.
no longer the best podcast anymore.
Well, I hope it was ridiculousness enough. Ridiculous
it was
enough.
good. It was comfortable for me. And also, I've said this before, I don't, it's great if it's popular. It's great if it gets downloaded. It's great if it gets listened to and people like it. But I'm not really fussed about that. I had a good time. I had a lovely time recording
Me
this.
too. It
So
was
that's
fun.
all that matters. So I had a good time.
Yeah.
It made me happy. It's cheered me up.
Yay.
Yay! Oh, you are beautiful. You are one of my best friends.
You're
and
one of my best friends,
I am
Martyn.
blessed for knowing you. I think you're fantastic.
We always have a laugh, don't we?
We always have a laugh. Even when we're crying.
Oh my gosh, especially when we're crying.
So, thank you very much for coming over. Hopefully, we're going to be able to do this again in the future.
Yes,
The
please.
stars will align once more and we'll be able to do it again. So thank you very much. Bye.
Bye.